You're jogging into practice. There's no cameras. There's no crowd. It's just you, a stopwatch, and a choice. You can cruise through those reps, or you can flip on that switch. You can be the athlete that works and the coach that guides. And today, we are building and strengthening that switch. This week's theme is self-coaching. Be the athlete and the coach. Gain that ultimate success. Hey y'all, welcome to the Mental Performance Playbook, where we are breaking down elite mental strategies and delivering them in actionable exercises for you to apply immediately. My name is Gabe Rummel, mental performance coach, founder of the Athlete's Health, and creator of its Phenoic Gym and this Mental Performance Playbook podcast. We are training your mind just like you train your body. Each week here we have a theme that is going to help you with your focus, confidence, resilience, handling pressure, you name it. And I am repping the retro logo today, the hat. I got the hat on. But that's because this week's theme is be the athlete and the coach. Gain that ultimate success, y'all. So without further ado, let's dive deep into this. We have 5 different exercises that are going to set us up for success, show us how to flip that switch, and lock in. So let's start with number 1, the coach voice switch, right? You're at the free throw line. It's late. Your heart is racing. That crowd is buzzing. And the athlete in you wants to rush, but the coach in you steps in. When that pressure hits, how fast can you flip your switch and get into coach mode for yourself? Now, you might be asking, what does that look like? What do you mean? Okay, first off, we got to name this, okay? And this is quietly saying your name or you to yourself, that self-talk. All right, Gabe, hey, breathe. Eyes on the back of the rim. Eyes on the top 90. Corner 90. Hit the home run. Watch the ball, Gabe. Come on. You got to just slow it down. You know, that's what it means. And a lot of people don't even know how or to do that, to flip that switch, to actually talk to yourself. Create that separation. If we need to ask ourselves 3 huddle questions, it doesn't have to be 3, but like, what matters now? What's going to be my one cue? What's going to snap me back to my next action? What is my next action? Pick that cue. It could be external. Maybe it's smooth the net, saying something. Maybe it's tapping the shoulder, snapping the finger, kicking the butt. If you've followed us for a while, I know this isn't new to you, but that's why I'm saying it. We need to hear it back and then commit to it. 1 big breath in and out, act on it. Take the step. You can't freeze out there. You got to do it. So start with that. And the reason behind this is that so many elite athletes are going to use that third person self-talk to create that calmness, because it's separating who's actually doing it from yourself. It can control ourselves under the stress. It creates the separation, that distant self-talk. So you using your name or you, it will improve the self-control in those high performance tasks, outcomes, high pressure situations, by lowering the stress, by separating it from yourself. All glory to God, right? It's separating. There's something else in between this. Number 2, I'm going to have to get a little explaining here, but the MCII huddle, and all these you're going to see they're going to stack on top of each other, which is the beauty behind this. So you can take one, then you can put it into the next one and put it into the next one, and so on down, right? All right. We are coaching ourselves up by coaching and going through this. It's awesome. Come on now. MCII huddle. This is the WOOP plus if then. Now what this means, the MCII, let me just super quick, easy definitions I will talk through. The MC is mental contrasting. Now this is like picturing the win contrast baths, right? You go in hot, cold, you go in the ice bath, and then the hot, then maybe back in the ice bath. Contrast, opposites. Picture the win, and then see that obstacle that you're going to have to face that's going to get in the way of that win. Picture both of these, that mental contrasting, and then implementation intention. If X happens, if this obstacle is there, then do MCII. Okay, that's what we're doing here. If we put together, we can run through this simple plan in 30 seconds, under 30 seconds. So for instance, the wind is howling. You're the kicker. You're feeling some doubt. The coach writes up the plan. Now, you could even be that kicker and the coach. So do you have a plan for that exact moment things go wrong? Maybe what has happened in the past? Or what do you see happening in the future? Because I know some people that would be listening will be like, oh, you're going to attract it, man. You're going to bring whatever you're thinking about to you. Okay, maybe that is the case, maybe not. But either way, I'd rather be prepared for it than not. Because if it does come and I'm not thought about it, I'm going to be even more upset than if I did bring it and I knew how to handle it. So what we got? The WOOP, WOOP, WOOP. Sorry, wish, outcome, obstacle, plan. That's what that means. The wish. What do you want? Okay. The outcome. Where's that going to go for? What does it actually bring you? What's on the way? The obstacles and the plan to get through it. Whoop. Write that if then. Maybe you're not going to write it down. Maybe you're doing this before the game or practice. In game or practice, you should just already know this. If the wind is going to push left, then I'm going to aim inside the right goalpost. It's just stuff like that, right? Just super simple planning. You can rehearse that in your head. If you write it down beforehand, you're going to be able to remember it better, right? If you need to, or if you can, like if it's golf, for instance, maybe you're going to carry it. It's a little pocket card for you. If it's baseball, it's in your ball bag. In between times when you're in the dugout, you got that right there for you if you need to use it. Right? The top 2 if-then plans that you need on that small card or in your notes app. But probably not, because we're going to have the phone away. If you need just a few more examples, the wish is I want to hit the bottom left in soccer. Well, the obstacle, the keeper's going to guess early. So if they're going to move early, this is the plan. If they're going to move early, then I'm going to delay my kick just a tiny bit and then slot the middle. And we could go on and on volleyball track. The examples just keep going, but that's the gist of it. What we want, which also is part of the outcome. Then the obstacle, what's going to happen, and then the plan. What are you going to actually do with that? But if we can use this, it's going to make sure when we're in that place, when we're in that time to execute, that we have the right cue, that we can do this without thinking, especially without overthinking, at least. You might still be thinking some, but at least we won't be overthinking, you know? And if we can do this implementation intention, this MCII, it's going to make it just more automatic. It's going to boost that success, that end goal, the success of that across just many fields. Once again, I got the research for all of this. I don't have it to go in the show notes yet. I make the blogs out of these 2. Research is on there, but I'm also trying to figure out the best way to make sure that you can see this research, so you know where all these exercises also come from, where they are backed up by science. So if you have ideas for that, drop them in the comments. I would love to see them and to hear about them. But the third one we got, reason I said second is because we have the 2-minute film room, right? Practice is going to end. You're probably going to go to your phone. You're going to start scrolling, driving home, going to listen to music, or get picked up by mom and dad, and you're not even thinking about it. Take 120 seconds, 2 minutes. Heck, if you need to, make it 100 seconds and coach yourselves. Because I'm asking you if you can take every session and turn it into a mini lesson. It's a big ask. Short window of time, 120 seconds, short time, but a big ask. Because it's hard. It's hard to look back and for 2 minutes, set a timer. This is what you got to do. 2 minutes, set a timer. If you want to write, if you got your notes app out, you're already on your phone probably. 3 lines: start, stop, stay. And we're going to write 1 sentence for each. What do we need to start doing? What do we need to stop doing? What's going to stay? What are we going to keep doing? If you need to, clip a rep, write it down. Get at least a mental replay going of something. Find a video of what you're trying to do or steps on how to do it. Then commit to it for the next session. Target that stop and the start and the stay schedule it, plan it, put it on your calendar, set a reminder so you can do it. All right. Elite soccer refs. This is crazy. You know, they're reffing for it's 90 minutes of actual game time. Then you got the break in between and you got the prep beforehand. Let's just say 3 hours. You know, it's going to probably be more than that. Afterwards, they immediately go review the entire game in all areas that they missed. The pros improve the fastest when they pair practice with, and that example is not as brief, but brief targeted reflection to have a clear next step and rep of the next time that they're out there. If we can get this deliberate practice, and we can get that need of feedback, the reflection, that specific next step, we are going to drive our skill gains, our actual then outcome of performance. But we need to do this, you know, another thing that you could call it is reflection piece. But if we're going to call it this exercise, we need to do the 2-minute film room. So I challenge you, set the timer, turn every session into a mini lesson and see what happens. 4 and 5 here. Let's go with 4. The burr anchor. It's getting cold out there. It's getting a little chilly. Okay, we got to anchor it. We got to anchor this. Make sure that we keep it locked in. Let's say you strike out. Let's say it was looking good too. That anger, it's spiking. You can feel it. You're turning into the Hulk. Yeah, you're one of those people. You turn into the Hulk when you strike out. That was me. That was me last week. I was trying not to turn to the Hulk after I lost some stuff, and I almost did. But you strike out, anger spiking. You want to slam that bat. The athlete part of you want to slam that bat. But the coach in you resets. How fast can you get back to neutral? And that is going to come into the coach and the athlete side of you. Now, if we can use this burr anchor, we're setting ourselves up for success. So get your coaching hat on right now and make sure that you can use this. The burr anchor is breathe. 4 box method breathe. 4 sets of it. Okay. 4 by 4 by 4 by 4. 4 in, hold it 4, out 4, hold it 4. Do that 4 times. Just double down on the box. Okay. That's to the B of burr. R is reset. Whatever works for you. Drop the shoulders, soften the jaw, eyes up to the horizon. Say that word for you. Whatever it needs to be for you, get the reset in, that reset cue, and reframe it. This pitch is data. Next pitch, I hunt the middle in. Or, all right, I got 2 minutes of this, and then I'm snapping out of it. Whatever it needs to be for you. And then anchor it. Anchor this in. Touch some physical cue, the wrist tape, while you're speaking the reframe, or after that 2 minutes if you need to give yourself more of that time. Anchor that burr, anchor that move on. Get the coach going in you to reset, reframe, breathe, and move on so you can keep playing, because you got to keep playing, right? If we talk about the breathing part, this vagal tone, all it basically means is it helps calm us down, reappraise, rethink about that emotion, put it into focus, put it into tailored energy, if we want to call it, into boom, impact into what we are trying to do. It will improve our regulation if we can get that breathing down, focus it to slow it down, and then help us stay composed when the stakes are high. So make sure we get that burr anchor in, okay? Breathe, reset, reframe, and anchor it with some type of physical piece there. And lastly, for us here, we got this number 5, Sunday pre-mortem. Sunday prep. Okay, this is your weekly playbook that we are getting rolling. It's Sunday night. I know you're a little tired. You want the Netflix. You just want to chill. The coach in you is building out the entire next week when we're getting our morning workouts in, when we're reflecting, when we're watching film, when we're game planning, doing our homework, whatever we need to do. Would the future you thank you for what you're doing now on Sunday, on Friday? I know mine would. I know the future me would. And that is what we have to do. So let's think about this. Okay? It's Friday. The week went bad because blah, 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 blah. List 5 reasons, okay? We're going to do this Friday, do this Sunday. I said it's Friday, so we'll say it's Friday. Next, counter move. Juke them out. Write one counter thing. You got to plan these out so you can do it the next time. Write one counter for each reason. Juke them out. And then schedule this on the calendar, your counters. Schedule it on the calendar for what you're going to do the next week. And then pick that single skill for the week too. If we want to pick one single theme of the week, let's do it for each one. It's tying us back to this one. And then rate it. Okay. You can check this on your calendar. You can do this on a little notebook, whatever we need to do. So we are putting more tracking on this. If it's going to be on our exercises, and just put it on there and put notes on it every time, that works just as well for me. But track it. Okay. Maybe it's focus, energy, and composure, what we're trying to look at. It can be whatever works for you. Right. But if we can do this pre-mortem as a team or individual. So all this means is pre some bad stuff happening. This is why it's Sunday night or Friday night, planning out the week before some of the things that we could see happening bad. Plan it out, spot the risks early, and then you already have the actions in place before the things ultimately break. Okay, this involves planning, and it actually improves planning because it involves it. Schedule these if and boosts, follow through with yourself, set it up. This is just as much of the coaching as it is the athlete, and tying them together in you and yourself to set up for success like the pros. Sunday pre-mortem, weekly playbook, set up for success. Now, let me walk through here what we got for the conclusion, for the recap of all these exercises and pieces. And so you can at least go take one of these, so you can go do one of these, right? Flip that coach voice, have that switch, get it going under pressure so you separate from the person playing from who's actually talking inside your head, right? Use that MCII huddle, okay? Plan the exact move when things ultimately go wrong. Unless you're shooting 100%, batting 100%, it's not going exactly right. Huh? Yeah. MCII huddle. Get that 2-minute film room going. Every session, every practice, every game, watch the film for yourself. Even if it's just thinking about it, writing down the pieces of start, stop, stay, whatever works for you. So you can just think about it a little bit, walk through it, and then regain that control with the burr anchor. That's why I was saying a little earlier ago, that burr anchor, right? When things go wrong, use the burr tactic, breathe, reset, reframe, anchor it with something, and keep playing. You got to coach yourself from the inside out. You got to be the athlete actually playing too. And then own the week, the Sunday or Friday pre-mortem, get that playbook going for the week, that weekly playbook, so we can ultimately coach ourselves all year, in season and out of season. I would argue out of season is just as important as in season, because that's ultimately where we can set ourselves up for success by getting all the reps in. So when we are in season, we're not doing them for the first time. No excuses, right? If you're the coach for yourself, get these reps in. If you're trying to check out more reps at our website, theathleteshealth.com, schedule a free mental training call. I would love to get you one specific exercise for yourself or your athlete if you're not the athlete yourself. Check out our Fronoic gym. We now have memberships, or that's launching here really soon. Memberships are launching soon. Maybe that's a little sneak peek, but check it out. Get in there, use the resources, get on the calls, schedule the training sessions through there. I would love to see this continue to grow. But our mental performance playbook will always be here. Catch on social. If you like this, leave a 5-star review right now. Go ahead and go do it. Otherwise, my name is Gabe Rummel, and I will catch you next week. Peace.